Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog today. Today is Friday the 24th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning earlier than I should have, but it is what it is. So I got up, went and jumped in the hot tub. Wife got off to work, everything was smooth there. Had a dog getting dropped off early this morning. They were on their way over to Disney, so I'm just watching the dog for the day. And they're picking up tonight about 9-ish is what they're thinking, 8:30, 9:30. I told them it's going to be late. After 9, basically we'll pick up in the morning instead, kind of thing. So trying to figure that whole deal out. But the dog's been here a bunch, so it's super easy to deal with. Big giant mastiff, she's just a big old goofball. So we hung around, got a few things in the yard done and stuff, nothing too major. It's just been miserably cold outside. It's absolutely just gross on so many levels. I'm over this cold. I really am I'm looking for my hot weather again. I complain a couple times about it being really hot, but not very much. But I complain all the time when it's cold because this is not how it's supposed to be. So, but we got a few things done, little stuff here and there, a little bit of yard work, a little kind of moving things around, kind of put up some of the decorations and stuff and kind of organizing that and just kind of doing house stuff that needs to be done. But overall, the day went pretty well. Nothing too major happening. Wife is just super busy at work, so we didn't communicate really at all, so it worked out. And then she asked me this morning before she left to put some chicken out of the freezer, put it in the fridge to let it thaw, some chicken breast. And I did that, and she was going to make a dinner tonight with that said chicken breast, and it was nowhere near thawed enough to work with, so that wasn't going to happen. But wasn't sure what was going on, so I went ahead and said heck with it. I get my run in, got back from my run, jumped in the shower, and then she got home from work. And I told her, I said, the chicken's not done yet, so they're not thawed enough. If you're needing to prep it, something you need to like cut it up beforehand and stuff, whatever. But if you're wanting to like pan fry it, we can, do that if we're steaming or what we're doing. And she said, no, it needs to be thawed so she can cut it up to prep it for the meal. So I'm like, okay, well, it's not there. So we were discussing what we're gonna have for dinner, and she's talked about what she had. I'm like, we got some frozen pizza in there, and then we made off a couple of items that we had, and she basically decided we was gonna have soup, and I went to get soup, and I don't have any soup at all, which sucks because she does grocery shopping, and I have a particular kind of soup that I eat, and it's about the only soup I eat. So we got a bunch of soup in there, a bunch of stuff that she's bought for herself that she doesn't eat, that she buys it, continuously buys. She'll buy a couple cans for me, and she'll buy one can for her. Then she'll buy a couple cans for me and one can for her. Problem with it is the fact that I eat soup often, and she rarely eats soup. So she's got a bunch of cans. She looks in there and sees a bunch of cans of soup, but it's not mine. So I don't have no damn soup. But so I was like, yeah, to hell with it. I'm just gonna skip dinner. Like, it ain't that big of a deal. So she ended up having like some kind of turkey burrito thing or something she has that she likes. So she had that, and I just said the heck with it. Grabbed a cigar and headed outside. Hung out with the dog, had myself a nice cigar in the cold weather. And then as I headed in early to wrap it up for the night, I ended up, I got early, I guess, about dinner time happened. The owners reached out and said they were going to pick the dog up tomorrow instead of picking the dog up tonight. And I said, it's fine, no big deal. They were going to stay late over there. They were going to dinner with their daughter. So it was one of those things where didn't have to feel rushed. I'm like, yeah, it works fine. Pick them up in the morning, no big deal. So that worked out. And I was actually smoking a cigar they'd given me a couple trips ago as like a tip. They gave me one of the cigars. He'd went somewhere with a bunch of guys and had a handful of cigars that they didn't smoke. So I picked one out that I had never tried yet. So got to smoke a different cigar tonight, which was interesting. So, and it was pretty full-bodied cigar. And then you add that full-bodied cigar on top of not eating anything since last night at dinner. It was kind of hard on my stomach. It was a lot. I should have eaten something before I had that full-bodied, flavorful cigar. So, but it was all good. I headed in, got myself some chips and salsa. Ended up with some, trying out different salsas. There's a salsa I really love, and it's just super, super expensive. There's actually two of them I love, but they're ungodly expensive, and I hate paying that much for it. And then I'm like, okay, we'll try some other stuff. So we picked up a couple cheap ones from Aldi. A while back, my wife had picked them up, and I tried it, and it's all right. It's, for the price of it, it's good salsa, but it's not great salsa. Like, there's a mango one that I absolutely love. There's an apple salsa that is phenomenal, but one of them comes out like North Carolina, so it's hard to get, and it's expensive. And another one is local, but it's also very expensive. So yeah, it's kind of a pain in the butt, but it is what it is. So I had my chips and salsa for dinner, and it was, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night or so, whenever. So I had chips and salsa as my late night snack / dinner. Watched a little bit of Frasier, and then we wrapped it up, called it a night. The dog's cool. She's like really good about it. She goes to bed and sleeps and doesn't bug us and stuff, so she's a really good dog. But that's pretty much all we got for right now. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.